As a veteran, small business owner, what can we do for you?
What we can all do for all veteran business owners is promote each other.
My main mission was to look at tools of technology to leverage small business and give them more of a competitive advantage.
My mission for Veteran Bargains is very simple: to help vets.
That story in itself, to run for Vista City Council, is a journey.
I think this is an opportunity to really collaborate with those gone before us.
It's really kind of a labor of love.
And now your host.
Well, happy Friday, everyone. Welcome once again to this new episode of the Veterans Radio Show. I'm your host, Shelly Harrison. Behind the scenes, we have our amazing team. We have our producer, Michael Wood, our founder and CEO, Joseph Molina, Dolly Rivera, who is our social media guru, and Laura Torres, who's my co-host too. The Veterans Radio Show features military veterans, spouses, and community leaders making an impact in business, nonprofit, and the government for our veteran community. Our sponsor today is Medsafe Compliance. They are partnered with the Veterans Chamber of Commerce and their franchisors, awarding franchise opportunities for veterans or military-related persons through the Veterans Chamber of Commerce, and the fees are waived. So it's a great program. And if you want to learn more, just check in with the Veterans Chamber of Commerce, and we'll certainly make sure that you get to the right place. I'd like to bring Joe, our executive director, on right now. He's going to just say a few words and get us started. Hi, Joe.
Hi, Shelly. Thank you very much for hosting the show today. And as always, it's always nice to have you on the show. Your insight is very on point, and you're always a pleasure to be, to be listened to. So thank you very much. Also, Shelly is the director and co-director with Mark and for the Orange County Inland Empire Chamber of Commerce chapter. So thank you for both things.
Oh, thank you, Joe.
So just wanted to welcome everyone to the show and say thank you to Michael and Dali and Laura for their support, and also to welcome our guests today. But people are not here to hear me talk, so just wanted to welcome Mr. Boll, and I'm sure you're going to have a pleasant time with Shelly, and it's always a pleasure talking to you. I know we went back and forth with a lot of communication, but I still look forward to our collaboration, how we can support you and your group where you are. But the Veterans Chamber is always open to collaboration. That's really what we are about. So looking forward for you and I connecting post-show and see where we can go from there. But for now, Shelly, please take on.
Oh, wonderful. Thank you so much, Joe. And I appreciate those kind words too. It's an honor to be part of the Veterans Chamber. And also, we are honored to have our guest today, as Joe had mentioned. Michael Boll served 4 years with the U.S. Marine Corps. He is retired police sergeant, director of the New Jersey Veterans Network, and we'll hear a little bit more about that soon. He is the co-author of Blue Magazine and a veteran advocate. So we are so excited. In addition to Michael's extensive involvement with the veteran community, Michael has over 23 years of experience overseeing day-to-day operations for a large police department as an active member of the Township Union Police. The New Jersey Veterans Network provides veterans with a better way of quality life. The team has served dozens of lives and provided employment, housing, and transportation for our disabled veterans. And wow, what an honor, Michael. Thank you so much, and welcome to the show.
Well, thank you for having me here today.
Yes, and beyond that, I absolutely want to thank you for your service too. We are so honored, and we appreciate the service and the commitment that you made for our country. Thank you.
And I'd like to thank you as well. I mean, there's people like you that actually have the opportunity of giving us the message out there to help others. So it's people that volunteer and really do love our veterans. need to be applauded as well. The job that you're doing is making it
Oh.
possible for us to save lives. So I appreciate
Yeah.
everything you guys are doing as well. Thank you.
Oh, well, thank you. And it's just teamwork, all of us. And I think the more people that we can rally to support our veterans, the better, because there's so much need out there. So again, we're so excited to get into this. And what I would like to start with, Michael, I would love for you to tell us a story about the military, the first thing that comes to your mind when you served.
I actually just spoke about my service today at the school that I work at.
Oh, did you?
They're doing a story about a Vietnam veteran, and they wanted to get my take on being a veteran. So I was able to speak to several classes today about my service. And the one thing I like to share is I was very fortunate. I was in Desert Storm, and when I came home, my community was waiting there for me. They greeted me. These were
wow.
shoveled my walkway and mowed my lawn. They were there right the
Oh my gosh.
Yeah,
What a great homecoming.
And my friends would spend 1 day a week at my house with my mother at least. And that's what I came home to. So I was very fortunate to have a strong community backing me, but also friendships with people who really cared and loved me.
Oh, that is so wonderful. And I would imagine that, those people could not wait for you to come back too and share your stories so that you can encourage other, young people that are considering, getting into the military, especially now that you're doing it with school-aged kids.
And they're all high school kids too. And they ask the hard questions, but they really do love this country. And it's nice to see our future really caring and willing to do the same sacrifices that so many men and women have given over the years.
Oh, absolutely. And I know you're coming to us from New Jersey today, correct? Yep. Yeah. So how did I know you're a retired police sergeant. So how did, naturally, you were in the military, so you had experience with, with a lot of things that could lead you to the job that you had with the police department. But tell us, how did you get started with that?
Become a police officer. I actually, like I said, I came home and being greeted by the family and the friends and the community, I felt I wanted to give something back, and I felt obligated to be a part of my town. And I became a police officer, and I've gotten to do every type of police work there is. I was in plain clothes to community policing, so I had the different aspects, and I became a supervisor. So I was in charge of some of these details, and I really felt that some of the work that we did made a difference in people's lives. So being a part of something bigger than myself was always my goal, and I love being in being able to be involved in something like that. I enjoyed every day being a police officer. I loved it. I retired and came back to it. Yes.
Yeah. Do you have a story, like a heroic story that you can remember that happened while you were on the force?
We've had a lot of different situations where I was able to go above the call of duty, I guess. But one of the things that I really remember the most is helping someone that was trying to kill themselves. And I was able to talk that person into getting the right help. And that person now works at a call center and does the same work.
Wow. Oh my gosh, that is fantastic.
That's the more impact story that really I think that made me get to where I'm at.
And I would imagine you have a lot of stories to share. That'll be another show, right? What's that?
I don't mind talking about it. It's fine. Whatever. It's just that was the story that had the most impact, I think, considering the work that we do now. So.
Yeah. Oh, definitely. And, as far as one of your greatest accomplishments, when you look at your, your overall career and the journey that you've been on, what do you think is your greatest accomplishment?
Saving a dozen lives and watching some of the people that we saved come back and do the same work with us. Don't think that, I know it sounds like I said it twice, but there's nothing stronger than that. Providing cars, provided 20 cars in the last year and a half for people. Clothing.
Oh my goodness.
Gave out suits, 400 suits. During COVID, we work together, and we're able to give out 4,000 meals to veterans.
Oh my gosh, that is phenomenal.
Thousands of mass PPE and hundreds and hundreds of gallons of hand sanitizer. So we really were able to take our charity and put it on steroids and really go out there and make a
sounds like it. Yes.
The secret is it's very simple. Lose your ego, work with other groups, and the goal is to help and save and change lives. And once you get past that ego, you could do amazing things.
And it's almost like building a community, right? Because you've got all of these people that have the same goal and the same vision, and they want to help our veterans. And, with your being the director of this organization, what are some of the things you've seen during COVID-19 now? I mean, is there a greater need? And I would imagine, being that you're in New Jersey, are you servicing just New Jersey, or does it expand nationwide?
Primarily New Jersey. But I've gotten people from out of state that we've mailed some PPE to, or helped someone with advice. But we really don't turn anyone down. I don't want to do that. So we always do our best to get the right help for people. And especially during COVID, it's just we were caught really with our pants down, in a sense, where we didn't know what to do. And I always tell people, the volunteers in this country are the most important people, because they're the ones that want to help. And we were able to get some great volunteers. It was hard. Some of the places that were run by the government didn't give their employees the proper PPE. Hospitals had some problems with that. So we had to go some back channels to help out, but we did our best. And I think we were very successful in helping a lot of people.
Oh, that is phenomenal. I know I'm very excited today because we have a group, and I was just recently introduced to them, Valor USA. And these two moms who came together, they're actually military moms, but unfortunately they lost both of their sons in different ways due to PTSD. But what they're doing is they're here in California, and they're actually feeding the homeless, which veterans in West LA. So we'll hear a little bit more about them, but I love the work that you're doing, and it sounds like you are doing it on a very massive level. And, thank you for doing that for our veterans. We deeply appreciate that, because there is definitely a need out there. Yeah. So
many different groups. Hold on, lost.
Yes, I would imagine. Yeah. Yeah. And Michael, what really gets you out of bed in the morning?
I've been very fortunate. I have a great family. I have a great, circle of people that really work with me on a day-to-day basis. I'm very happy to work with the best people in the world. And every day we're able to do amazing things. Every day is different and very exciting. I mean, I get to do a lot of cool things as well. But just knowing that the work we're doing is being done well, and the people are getting the help that they need. And it's not that it's really hard to do. We really have found the right people to work with. We all enjoy doing it, and we have definitely made differences in people's lives, which makes me get up every day happy. I'm blessed. I'm blessed to be where I'm at.
Well, and just think about this, all the faces when you hand them, whatever it is that you're going to, whether it's hand sanitizer, food or toothpaste or a pair of socks. I mean, those visions you get to see that every day, right? People that are happy and appreciative.
We had a vet that was in a really bad place, actually a soldier. And we went to another event, and I'd never met the person. And he knew who we were and took us aside, and he thanked my colleague, Doc Shoup. He's our outreach director, and thanked him and said that, you have no idea how much you saved my life and helped my life. And it's a good feeling knowing that, because sometimes you don't see the faces that we help.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. At events though, and things like that but I would imagine that, there's a lot of joy in what you're doing, because that there's a great need.
I chose to do this work over I used to do like toy drives and charity for different causes, but there was never any follow up. There's no faces to it. So I really love doing this because we get to mentor people and see their journeys as well, and we've been very positive. I haven't seen too many people really drop out. We're on top of our people. We take and steal from other groups, like their ideas, where like AA has mentors. We think that that's a great way to help and save people. So we have mentors that go out there and check
that's
on
fantastic.
You need to have people checking on you. You have to make sure that they're doing what they're supposed to, going to their job interviews, eating.
Accountability. Just accountability. Yes.
And they're thriving with it. People want to help out. I don't turn down volunteers. I cherish volunteers.
Yeah. And we do too with with the Veterans Chamber of Commerce. We are very fortunate to have so many volunteers and, being led by Joel Molina. I mean, he does a phenomenal job of connecting people and, bringing people like you onto the radio show. And so what are you up to now, Michael? I know, as a retired police officer, you have your organization. What are you up to these days?
So we are really looking to get started back on some of our events, our physical events. We have a racing team called Operation Rebound.
Oh,
team for disabled vets and first responders. The New Jersey Veterans Network sponsors the racing team. And when we started, our first event was a bike ride from New Jersey to DC in one night.
My gosh.
We do elite events. We really take the extreme. And that's the way to show people that we have been able to take people that have been in a bad place, at the couch, not doing much, to really showing them, hey, this is what your body can do. And we've had people do 22-hour ruck marches, 100-mile bike rides. So we've really take events and go really hard and fast and really show people how amazing our veterans can be. And we're very proud of the results. We empower our athletes. We give them purpose again. We work together as a team. We give them a new unit, and that's really where it's life-saving work, when you can actually give someone another place to call home. We're family. We love our veterans. We're not afraid to tell anyone that we love our veterans. That's something that we're proud of, and we're very diverse. We're a very diverse group. Gender, sex, religion has no problem here. We're taking anybody that needs help, and we're going to do the best we can to do it.
Yeah. Now, how do people support and donate to your foundation?
We're very unique. Listen, money's great. Donations are wonderful, but we ask people for time, or what we do is resources. We ask people what they do and how their company or their individual can help. If, say, someone needs a ride down in South Jersey, we can have someone from South Jersey give a ride. If we're
rather than Uber.
Exactly. If we're looking for car repair, we have body shops willing to do work for certain veterans that need it.
Oh, that's awesome.
So we really use the resources the best that we can. But one thing is, too, is that we show people where their money goes. So if someone wants to drop off food, we ask them to come with us. So they meet the people who are getting the food. If someone buys a bicycle for a veteran, we bring the veteran there to show the person who that bicycle is going to. And we don't do it just for media. We show people, hey, the veterans can get bicycles or equipment, and people can help out and show them where their money's being spent. And it's very successful. We have made some really good financial donations, but also been able to provide, like I said, 4,000 meals, and we've given away easily $100,000 worth of equipment already at this point.
Oh my gosh. So what kind of meals do you give away? And then before we go to a quick recap, what kind of meals do you provide?
We've given hot meals. We go to different restaurants and they will cook for our vets. We don't give anything but the best. They get really good. I don't know how Italian food in California is, but Italian food here is pretty good. And
Italians? I'm Italian.
How
I can imagine it. It's probably delicious.
We have different, and New Jersey's a great place for different food. We have Portuguese food. We've given away, my friend owns a red Cadillac. It's a taco place, and it's fantastic.
Oh, Taco Tuesday.
Pretty lucky to have him in town.
So you offer a variety then. Yeah, That's
and we
great.
become
Great.
friends, and these people join. These people
Yeah.
join our charity.
What's for the cause, right?
Exactly. So
yes. Yeah.
well.
Yeah. Oh, no, I was going to say, let's do a quick recap just so everybody knows who you are, Michael. So we are here with the Veterans Chamber Radio Show, and we have our special guest, Michael Boll. As far as his background, he is a U.S. Marine veteran. He is a retired police officer, director of the New Jersey Veterans Network, co-author of Blue Magazine, and a veteran advocate. And once again, we want to thank our sponsors, who is Medsafe Compliance, and they are partnered with the Veterans Chamber. They are a franchisor awarding franchise opportunities for veterans and military persons through the Veterans Chamber of Commerce, where they waive a lot of the fees for our veterans. So right now, I would love to bring Joe back in to just kind of give us some last words, and then we're going to wrap up and ask Michael maybe one or two more questions. So Joe, you want to come back in?
Absolutely. Just getting ready. Thank you very much, Shelley.
Oh, thank you.
And Michael, again, it's a real pleasure to meet you face to face via Zoom or via format. I know we've been doing a lot of communication via email and stuff, but we, just wanted to say thank you for what you're doing, and that's really what the chamber is about. It's about showcasing people like you, people who have taken the extra step, who are not afraid to lead, and who are helping those who can't help at this point, so they can provide help later to future to our brothers and sisters who are veterans or family members. Just like and you were mentioning, I think for us as a chamber, it's very important that we take the family approach. That's why we honor moms, we honor parents, we honor kids, children. So any one of those can become a member of the chamber. But our question to you, and you can answer that when Shelley comes on, is think about how you and the chamber we can collaborate, and then you can set up some strategies to work together. Love working with people like you who are positive and always moving forward, and they're not afraid to what's next. So I will love our partnership, but I'm gonna let Shelley go back and do the show. Just wanted to thank you for kind of having giving us the honor to have you on the show, and thank you very much. And so.
Yes, thank you, Joe. And what I'd like to do now is, Michael, we'll get back to you in just a second, but we really want to put a spotlight on a group that is just doing tremendous work for our veterans. And I kind of mentioned it earlier, Valor USA. And I have to thank Dave DeRocher for introducing me to Tracy and Michelle. These women, I mean, you have to go look at their stories. I mean, it's just amazing. They're working on getting a website. So if anybody out there that can help them to establish a website and do an in-kind sponsor or something, that would be amazing for them, because they really need a website. However, they do amazing work feeding our veterans. Like I mentioned, in West LA, at the VA Center, they have done just so much work over the years. And again, their stories with their sons are just heart-wrenching. I spoke with them a couple of days ago, met them for the first time, and we have some collaboration that's coming up so that we can expand our efforts with the Veterans Chamber of Commerce with our particular chapter, and hopefully nationwide, because PTSD is something that these women know a lot about. So again, I want to congratulate both Tracy and Michelle, Tracy Anderson and Michelle Garza, for their tremendous work. But they would do this anyway because of just the what happened with their son. So again, thank you so much, ladies, for the work that you do. And Michael, we're going to bring you back in. I have one last question for you, and then we'll wrap up. As far as what nugget would you give veterans that are actually people that are coming out of, men and women coming out of the service right now, that are coming back into civilian life? I know the homecoming that you had, but what is the nugget that you would share with them, just so they get on the right track and they just continue to persevere?
people out there that truly do love them and really want to make sure that they succeed. I think that can get lost. There is help as well. That's another thing. When people come home, they're not really debriefed really well, or they just want to go home and sometimes not tell their command the truth that they're having a hard time. There are groups out there that want to hear your story and help you. Don't lose hope. 22 veterans taking their lives each day is just too much. Being a friend and helping someone can really make a difference, and know that there's people that really do care and love you out there, and
we do
find them,
Yes.
Really, that's important, because we can't have these numbers get any higher. We need to have these numbers stop.
I totally agree with you. And again, thank you so much for the work that you're doing, Michael, and your team and all of the volunteers that work with you. What can we do for you? What can the Veterans Chamber of Commerce do for you?
We love teaming up with groups that really have the same mission, where they want to put veterans first and and change their lives. I feel that we can do so many amazing things together, especially with having businesses supporting us, doing events together, and really getting awareness out there as well. I think that having a PTSD anti-suicide campaign nationwide could really have some impact. Not sugarcoating it, having it done the right way, where veterans know that there's groups out there that are going to help them.
Well, we're definitely going to have to collaborate, because Tracy and Michelle, I would love to introduce them to you with Valor USA. They're here in California, but again, we're looking at doing some great work for our veterans. So once again, Michael, thank you so much for being on the show. We appreciate it. We've run out of time. We appreciate the service, and we look forward to collaboration with you. And to our audience, catch us every Friday. We have great guests that are on the show. It's supporting veterans. We're, making so much of a difference in the relationships that we're building with many, many organizations nationwide. So if you want to get involved and you want to help and support our veterans, please look us up, watch our shows, and just remember that we're here for you. Thank you so much, everyone, and we'll see you next time.